Hey everybody, it's Jodi. Welcome to the Great North American Stampin' Show. Thanks so much for joining us for this week's episode. Every week there are 4 of us and we have this friendly competition. We each create a project. You get to watch all 4 videos and then come back and give a thumbs up vote to the one that you like the most. And then that person is declared the winner for the week. So a quick shout out to Lisa. She won last week's episode with her adorable project. This week we have something new for you. I think we're all on the same page this week. I kind of screwed up last week and did something different. So yeah, I think we're all on the same page this week. I am super excited about the project that I created. It's one of those cards where you look at it and your first reaction is, oh, that's cute. And then the more you look at it, the more you're going to see all of this detail and layers that go into it. But it's still a pretty quick and creative card. So if you followed me, you know I'm not one to take a super long time on a card. I want it to be nice, to have some little wow element to it. But I like quick and creative. So if that's your style, be sure to subscribe right here so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, I think we are ready. Let's go ahead and get started. So for today's episode, we are on page 62 in the Stampin' Up! Mini Catalog, and there are 3 cards shown on this page as well as a scrapbook page. And the more I looked at it, I decided to be inspired by the scrapbook page, and specifically kind of this corner right here. So you'll see some elements on my card that resemble this corner as well as some of the background pieces here. So I have pulled in a couple pieces from the, let me check the name, Violet Dreams designer paper. So we're going to use these pieces, but I want to just quickly show you some of the other pieces that come in this package of designer paper. It's gorgeous. It's got gorgeous grape. It's got fresh freesia, hydrangea hue, peaceful pine, some really pretty colors. But then it's also got, I'm gonna pull out a couple of these. I used a couple of the pieces already, so you're not gonna see everything. But it's got these like die cut pieces as part of the designer paper. So when you order the Violet Dreams designer paper, you get the regular 12x12 sheets, but then you also get 2 pages of these die cuts. So that is super cool. So this is a card that I did. This piece right here and the frame are just die cuts right from that designer paper. So that's super unique and versatile with that paper. So what I want to do with this, each of these patterns are with the color Fresh Freesia, and I am looking around, here it is, for my stamp set that I'm using, the Framed Violets stamp set, and it's got some coordinating dies. Some of the pieces are here, some are laying around other places because I'm using them, but it's got leaves and flowers. It's got a little stem here. It's got a die that cuts out this flower and this flower that we're going to be using. And then I especially like the oval and the scalloped oval. So it's a great bundle. It coordinates with that Violet Dreams designer paper, and it's got a couple other products in the product suite as well. So I've got this piece with some Fresh Freesia, really light stripes, and then this is a really light Fresh Freesia with some floral images in the back. So I'm going to go ahead, this is so gorgeous too. I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece to the larger piece of designer paper. I'm going to try to center it left and right, but I'm going to intentionally put it down closer to the bottom. So I have a bigger gap here than I do here, and you'll see why very soon. Okay, so the other pieces I'm using, I went ahead and stamped some images. I stamped these 2 images here, and I did it with Secret Sea ink. So what I want to do, this one is stamped with Secret Sea ink. This one, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but let me know in the comments. This is stamped with Secret Sea. This is stamped with black ink. Can you tell a difference? I definitely can in person, but I don't know if you'll be able to. I like using Secret Sea. It's just a little bit softer, which kind of sounds weird to say because it's such a dark color, but it's softer than the black in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is just take my scissors and chop that part off, and then I'll pull in some Stampin' Blends and go ahead and color these flowers. So I'm going to do the petals on here with Fresh Freesia, and I'm starting with the brush end of the lighter shade of Fresh Freesia. So I'll go ahead and add color in here. And when I do this, I just kind of use the side of the brush end. So I'm not really using the tip, I'm just using the side. And then I also kind of go up to the line, but not over it. The blends naturally bleed out a tiny bit. And so I want to make sure that I'm not gonna go over the line. We do have this little thing called a color lifter, in case you do, and we'll see if I need to grab that to fix anything as I'm coloring these in today. So once I get that lighter shade on there, then I'm gonna go back with Fresh Freesia again, but this is the dark Fresh Freesia. I'm gonna use the brush end again and just kind of go over these lines that are already in the design of the image here. So I'll just do some lines here. You always wanna hear that snap to make sure it shuts tight. And then I'm actually gonna pull the light one back in and just go over a little bit of area on each of the petals, just to kind of give it more depth and dimension with some different colors. All right, and then we'll go back in to do the leaf with Peaceful Pine and start with the light one again. And then I'm doing the same thing where I just add that little bit of the darker shade just on the like veins of the leaf that are already part of the image. But I will go back and do the bullet end to get this tiny stem area. And then we will also color this image with the Hydrangea Hue Stampin' Blends. This is a new in color from Stampin' Up that is just gorgeous and looks really great on these flowers. And then we'll add some of the darker shade here too. So now that these are both colored, I am going to use the coordinating dies from the bundle and go ahead and run them through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so let's get these pieces. So now I'm going to use this, and then we're just gonna kind of build with all these pieces. So there's this piece that's colored, this piece that's colored. I went ahead and die cut out of Fresh Freesia cardstock, one of the little flowers, Peaceful Pine cardstock, a couple of these leaves. I took this little piece of designer paper that's part of that Violet Dreams. I'm actually gonna take this and pull it toward me to get a different look on that. It gives a little bit more texture when you pull it towards you like that. And then it exposes that white core, so it's just a little bit more contrast. And then I also cut a piece of the Fresh Freesia satin ribbon that's part of this product suite. So I've got all these different pieces that we're gonna build on this right here. So I think to start, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this strip and just use my regular Stampin' Seal adhesive. And I wanted to extend over this way a little bit and probably about that far down. And then I'm gonna lay the ribbon across it. Now, it's a nightmare to try to get ribbon to stick, or excuse me, adhesive to stick on the ribbon. So I'm just gonna kind of go like this and set my ribbon down into it. So it will go over a little bit here on the right, and then it'll extend more on the left there. Okay, so now I think I'll put this piece here, and this is a little bit interesting what I'm gonna do here. I'm going to use some regular adhesive on the back part here, but then when I find my Stampin' Dimensionals, I am going to pop up just that top flower. So I want it to lay flat at the bottom. I want a little bit of height at the top. And so I'll set that kind of here. I want that flower to extend a little bit above the scallop oval. So I'll set that down first with the dimensional and then just gently press that in. we're going to do the same thing with this little flower. So I'll put my regular adhesive over here, grab a Stampin' Dimensional and pop up the petal over here. And this one will overlap and go, oops, scoot it just a little bit more right there. So this is flat, that's popped up. It gives it a little bit more depth and dimension that makes it kind of fun. Okay, I think the next thing I need to do is stamp the greeting. This is just a scrap of basic white. I'm pulling in Secret C one more time. And then one of the images in the stamp set is this, Sending Love. So I'll go ahead and stamp this. I'm gonna cut it with my scissors afterward really tight. So I just kind of stamped up in one corner and then we'll trim that tight. You could use your paper trimmer if you feel more comfortable with that. Hopefully I'll get some straight lines here. So we'll just chop that off and this. I think it's okay. Be a teeny tiny bit on the bottom. Okay, good enough. So this piece is going to be added with Stampin' Dimensionals. And so I'll go ahead and put a few of those on the back. And then we're gonna tuck in these leaves and flower around this focal point. So let's see. I think right about here is good. So I'll set that down and then I'm gonna go back in, put some regular adhesive on the back and then just start tucking these in. I'm going to overlap a little bit on that ribbon. That's what I love about this card is that when you do a quick glance, you think it's, oh, that's cute, that's a pretty card. But then when you realize all of the little detail, it just adds so much to it. I love that there's the oval designer paper that's just a little bit different from the stripes. Like it's monochromatic, but yet there's a differentiation there that really makes that oval stand out a bit. So this I want to put adhesive just on this part here. And then I'm going to take on the dimensionals. There's these little pieces along the edge, always good for things like this. So I'm going to take that and add it over here on the side. And that's going to pop up just the right end. So if I lay this over the piece with the greeting and then press this down, this makes it evened out here because remember, this is already up on dimensionals. Hopefully that made sense. So we've got a dimensional here, this whole piece with dimensionals, and then a portion of a dimensional over here. So we're building all of this. This whole layer is the focal point, if you will, but your eye is really drawn to that greeting. There's just a couple of more things I want to do on this part before we build the actual card. So I'm taking my Golden Glow shimmer brush and I'm gonna shake it off camera a little bit. And then I'm just gonna come back in with it and add just the littlest bit of this yellow shimmer to the center of these flowers. It makes such a difference. Adding a little bit of shimmer is just always fun. So we'll just do that on here. And then to this flower, I am going to add a Golden Glow dot. These are in color dots, and I'm going to take the bigger of the two sizes and add that to the center of the flower. And then I'll take a couple of the smaller ones and just put them in a couple of spots around the other floral images, okay? I love those extra details, that little bit of shimmer and the dots. Okay, here's a fun part too. And gosh, I hope, okay, I did do that right. This piece of cardstock, and by the way, all the measurements are in my description here, so you can take a look there if you're wondering at all. This is a little bit of cardstock folded over there, and then I've got a strip of designer paper. It's the same pattern as I did here, that one I tore. So I'm going to take this and attach it to that little lip of cardstock here. So it's the same size, so it should fit right over the top of it. And now what I'm gonna do is set this in here. Remember how I intentionally did this whole thing lower? It's because I'm going to pull it in here and attach it. This will pop up over the card, so we'll make sure that it goes like that. And so this whole piece we've been working on is actually the front of the card, which is so fun. I'm going to use a stronger adhesive though. I'm going to use tear and tape and just put a strip right here. Super easy to use because it literally just tears off with your finger. And then you can peel that back. That exposes the adhesive. I'm going to set it so that there's an even border around those edges, and then just kind of lift this flower a little bit. I might have to come back in and do that. I can do it. As I set it down, so it's going to stick to this designer paper. Oh, you know what I did though? I think I extended it just a little bit too far on that side, so I can just rub it off or push it in a little bit because we don't want adhesive on those little tiny areas. And I did it crooked because I was so focused on that flower. All right, let's see if I can fix that a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to right now. I might have to come back and fix that after I'm done with the video. I think if I peel it off and put it back up, it'll work okay. Anyhow, pretend that that's a straight line on the bottom. But here's the cool part. You know with designer paper, how you're always like, oh man, I have to stick that side down and it's so pretty. Well, when we open the card, you get to see the back side of that designer paper, and it just adds some fun to the inside of the card. I will add just real quick a piece of basic white so that I can stamp on the inside or write my message on a lighter piece here. So a key to this, you've got this striped piece of designer paper. Make sure when you add these parts that it's going the right way so that when you open it, the flowers are facing this way. Otherwise, your flowers will be upside down. That's probably the trickiest thing about this entire card. I like that there's some images stamped and then colored with blends, and then others are just die cut from the cardstock. Of course, that little bit of shimmer and the dots add so much too. I encourage you to give the Secret Sea ink a try. If you haven't used this as like a neutral color like I did instead of black, I would encourage you to do that because it's really a lot of fun to play with. So this is what I have for you today. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope you see the inspiration and similarities with the project here on page 62, that little cluster of flowers, the layers, and then the scalloped shapes in the background. This was a lot of fun to make, so I hope that you enjoyed it. Go ahead and watch the other 3 videos. Come back and give that thumbs up vote to the one that you enjoyed the most, and we'll see who wins this episode of the Great North American Stampin' Show. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.